Yo, what's up everyone, LegendBegins here. As is tradition, we are going to be ranking all of the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Pokemon and their evolution lines. I am joined by Dark, who has played the games. I have not. I am just critical of everything. So we're going to go ahead and start from the top. Now, I don't think that this is going to be a controversial opinion, that this evolution line, and I'll probably just be grouping the evolution lines together, is fantastic. Just the hammer, it's adorable. It reminds me of another Pokemon I can't put my finger on right now, but I think overall...
Miarni?
No,
It's
a different one. It's the one with the, Oh, it's from Gen 3. I should know it.
Gen 3.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is that the third evolution has one of the hardest hitting attacks in Pokemon, period.
It's like Gigaton Hammer, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It's so cool. It's adorable. The design looks like a Pokemon. Its hammer that it just has is cool. I mean, there's nothing not to like about this Pokemon.
Yeah, pretty much. I was nodding there, thinking that you could see. But yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to skip these guys. I have a different thought about these guys that we'll get to. But the land-based Tentacool is interesting.
Yeah, Toedacool?
Toedacool. I think it's Toadstool.
You pronounce it.
Yeah, it's Toadstool.
It is Toadstool, yes.
Because it's like Toadstool, because it's a mushroom
Yes.
instead of a squid.
Exactly.
I think people are going to give them flack for this. I won't. I actually like this idea of convergent Pokemon evolution lines. I think it's an interesting concept. And the fact that they're not like, oh, it's just, you know, a land walking Tentacool, but they're like, oh no, this is a mushroom, it just looks like a Tentacool. I think that's a good idea. That's unique and it's interesting.
Yeah, it's very cool.
So I'm going to give these guys, I'm going to give them an A tier, just because them walking freaks me out, and any Pokemon that can scare me, I'll give it credit.
That's fair.
Wooper, is that another convergent evolution, the Mud Wooper?
No, that's just a regional variant.
Okay, that's a regional variant. I mean, it's Wooper. It's brown,
Poison
so
type.
It looks worse. It's poison type?
Yeah, it's ground poison, I think.
Oh, that's a cool type combination.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it B tier. I think it. Is this Bisharp's evolution?
Yeah, King Gambit.
That looks awesome.
It is a freaking amazing Pokemon.
It's super cool. I gotta give that one S tier. I mean, it's a little, the design is a little busy, but so is Bisharp's. So whatever. What is this thing?
That is Quagsire's equivalent.
Oh,
It's
okay.
I don't think it is Quagsire, if I remember right. It's called something else, but it is Wooper's evolution.
It's a horizontal Quagsire.
Pretty much.
I'm between C and B, but I can see it, and I accept it. It reminds me of a salamander type, or an axolotl or something, which is the point with Wooper. So
yeah, that's
I give
what
him credit.
Wooper is.
I give him credit for that. We're already doing much better than Sword and Shields, because Sword and Shield just got trashed on for everything. And for good reason, because I was the one with the opinion, which is correct. Okay, looking at... Okay, is this an evolution of Primeape?
It is yes, that is Annihilate.
Annihilate?
Yes.
Okay, that's not even...
It's a ghost fighting, I think.
There is not even a question. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's very cool. And then next is the regional Tauros.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a black Tauros, so...
Well, it's not just a black Tauros, because there's a version-specific form of it that's either fire type or water type. Fire type looks really cool. The water type just has different horns. But, yeah, there's a whole thing around that, but it is just a black Tauros. Really.
Wait, so the Tauros can be multiple types?
Yes, there's pack Pokemon in this game, similar to Outbreaks, but not really. It's just like a higher evolution surrounded by its younger evolutions. But Tauros pack leaders in Violet can be water type, and fighting, and in Scarlet can be fire type and fighting, and it looks a little different. And only the pack leaders can be that special kind.
Okay, it goes up to A tier because that's a really cool concept. I like it.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
then the cute cat.
Yeah, so Sprigato, or however. The cat is great. That is peak Pokemon design. That
Yeah.
looks really good.
Yeah. No, I'd argue the middle form's decent. Because it's supposed to be Robin Hood-esque.
Yeah, but okay, this is where my objectivity conflicts with my personal preferences. I'm sick of bipedal starters.
That's fair.
Similarly, we can just go ahead and do that.
Well, I mean, all the starters in this one are cool, not necessarily design-wise, though I do think they are, but because of their special moves. Their signature move, all three of them has a signature move that buffs a stat that they're best at. Like, the fire type is a special attack that boosts special attack. I think the grass type boosts regular attack, and the water type boosts speed. So that's actually really neat. But design-wise, I can see why, like, yeah, bipedal is a little overdone.
Yeah, and I'll make this for the most part a design-based tier list. I haven't played the game, so the mechanics are a little foreign to me. But if something is as cool a mechanic as Tauros, then yeah, you can have that.
Right.
Okay, my boy, Fire Alligator.
Yeah, for alligator too.
Well, for Alligator, 1.5. The first one, he looks. I don't know what. Is it supposed to be an apple? Is that the point?
No, it's like a strand of hair.
Okay. I just
made of fire.
I want to comment on the fact that the sombrero comes out of nowhere and just goes away.
Yeah, it does. But then the third one, which name is like Skeledirge,
Yeah.
is like not Cinco de Mayo. What's the term? Day of the Dead.
Yeah. Dios de los Muertos.
Dios de los. Yes, exactly. It's got like skull face paint on. And
That's
that
so
little
cool.
fire circle in front of it is a little bird that turns into a microphone that he screams into.
That's super cool. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to give it A, but my problem with the design is it's so polygonal for no reason. And
I
so
guess. Yeah.
I'll remove S because of that, but overall, this is a solid Pokemon design.
Yeah, it really is.
This one, he's a little round for me, but that's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna give him B, just because he's not. I don't know. I wish I could give him B.5. I'm gonna move him up to the top of B because he's.
I mean, you can, can't you? Can't you make new tiers? Add or below.
B.5. Okay, these guys get B.5.
All right.
Quaxley is fine. He can be in. I'd almost give him B.5. I'll give him B.5. He's fine.
Yeah, his animation isn't. The animation of him isn't great, but he's a good design. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Lechonk. I don't like the name.
Pig.
I don't like the name.
It's literally just a pig.
It's just a pig. But I'm thinking of like Pig Knight. We've had pig Pokemon in the past.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta give it B tier. I don't hate it. People love Lechonk. I'm gonna get flack on this. It looks enough like a Pokemon. People adore Lechonk. Just because of the whole haha Reddit chonker little lay memer. I don't know. The internet is stupid.
Yeah.
But
Dunsparce is next, though.
yeah. So Lechonk is. I'll put it this way. In the same way that Purugly is a Pokemon design, Lechonk's evolutions are also Pokemon designs. I just don't think they look very good, but they do look like Pokemon, so I'll give them that.
That's fair. Oinkologne is not great.
Dunsparce, though, they massacred this guy.
You don't understand. Okay. It's just Dunsparce with 2 more segments, or rarely 3 more segments, and he has a drill that can pierce the heavens.
I get he can break like protect, but
Yeah.
it's just they call him Dudunsparce.
Yeah, like da-dun da-dun.
Don't
I
sound
don't
so
know where I
proud
was
of
going
that.
with that. I
Don't
don't know
sound
where I
so
was going
proud
with
of
that.
that.
All I know is I really like the Dunsparce.
I, I don't understand the appeal that Dunsparce has to begin with and why people love it so much.
Well, I think that's because until now it was like the only Pokemon with one form from Generation 2, wasn't it?
I don't know. I do like what they're doing with this generation with giving Pokemon the ability to have multiple versions in a sense. Like, the
Mm-hmm.
Dunsparce can have 2 to 3 segments, and we'll get to the Mouseketeers later. But that's its own discussion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him C because it's just Dunsparce
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
nothing else. I don't recognize Spider-Man. I don't know anything about him. Do you have any context?
Um, no, he's supposed to be like a how do I put this? Not really a hacker, but like its evolution is called is like supposed to be a spy agent. So this one would be like, I don't know, maybe it's a spider in a diaper for all I know.
Hmm.
All I know is that one of its evolution is pretty decent.
I'll accept it. The evolution again is a little polygonal for my liking,
Mhm.
but I'll give it a pass, which is good because most of Sword and Shield's roster failed. So, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the Pokemon in question. These designs, these guys.
The child soldier.
Yes, I like the way they look. I do. I think they look very cool. They look like marketable toys, which is what I assume Game Freak was going for. So really, I gotta say, for our friends here, I gotta give them at least. I might go above C and say that they're even B tier. I don't think they get up to A, but they are really good net navies. So I'm gonna
They
throw
are.
them into net navi B tier.
Only B tier? Rule Edge is really cool, dude. It's the
But
purple one is really cool.
but are they as cool as Nightman? Like
Yes. They're as cool as I mean it's basically just Dark Mega Man with 2 swords.
okay, I'll give them Mega Man A tier. Fine, I'll give it to
Alright.
them.
Well, not even both of them, just Rule Edge. The other one's just Fireman.
That's fair. That's fair. We've gotten these. What's the deal with this dude? He looks kind of neat.
The first one's name escapes me, but the second one is called Lokix, and it is a Common Rider / Power Ranger.
Okay. Is the third one? The third one's not related to them. It's just its own thing.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. They're cool. I'll give them. I'll give them B.5.
That's fair.
And what's with the donut-looking man?
That is a dung beetle. And the thing about it that might change your mind is it's shiny, turns that ball into a ball of gold. Like a nugget.
I'll let him sit. I assume he's bug type.
Yes, he is.
Pure bug.
I don't know. I haven't caught him yet.
Okay. Is this the evolution?
And that's its evolution. Yes.
What is it?
It's a scarab. Its name is an not acronym. Anagram of the word scarab.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it's just like supposed to be like a golden scarab, except it's blue.
Is it holding
So
like a
it's-
ball of energy?
I don't know the context of that actually. It might be. It might be spirit bombing for all I know.
Well, that's cool. So I'll accept that. Okay, next one. I might get flack.
Graveyard.
I might get flack for this. I don't personally think that the fact that it's a dog gives it bonus points. I don't care that much. However,
Yeah, I kind of agree.
however, I do think it's decent as a Pokemon. So I'm going to give it... I will give this A tier, but its evolution, B.5. No, just B. Just B.
Even though it's a dog with a candle on its head versus a dog with a tombstone on its head.
Because the candle looks like it flows into the fur, the tombstone is just sitting there.
That's fair. I don't think these next two are related. I don't know for sure, though.
Okay, this next one, I don't know what it is. It looks like a Pokemon, so I'm gonna give it B.5 tier. That's kind of what I'm going on. If most of, like, at least with Sword and Shield, I had to mainly make the list based off of, does this look like a Pokemon, does this not? These, most of them do, in fairness, look like Pokemon. Not all of them, but I'll give it to them. The bird thing, it kinda, yeah, but it's a little too busy of a design. It's an ostrich. I'll give it to it, but it could be better.
Yeah.
But now, my man, Faragarath or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
That,
I don't remember because it's a mess of a name.
That is the funniest Pokemon they have made in years. I am such a fan of this dude. I gotta give him S tier.
And then I feel about
Wiglet, I have the same feelings as Toad Cruel or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give them both A tier just because it's an interesting design. But although I'll admit, when the trailers are coming out and they're like, that's not Diglett, that's Wiglet, its own original character. I was like, okay, but can we agree that that's just a Diglett?
Right.
But I'll give them credit for that. That's pretty cool.
It is Diglett mixed with I think it's Punyuku.
Mm-hmm.
How do you pronounce it?
Pyukumuku?
Yeah, that one. It's just a mix of Diglett and that.
Yeah, I think
biologically.
It's cool. I think it's cool. I'll give him credit. Which maybe it's hypocritical. It could be nostalgia speaking, and then just Diglett doesn't look good as a Pokemon. But I couldn't tell you that, because I grew up with Diglett existing, and I didn't grow up with these things existing. So I can be extra critical for these. Okay, what?
Oh, hang on.
What's up with the Wailord-looking man?
That is just a big fish. A big catfish, I believe. Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
It's okay. The design is a little bit busy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind it. I don't hate it.
It's like a Zora, basically.
There's too much. Like, I feel like they almost, I don't want to say add too much character, but a lot of these designs are, they take one step too far in some direction.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't hate him. He could be better. But this guy who, like, shaves off his own flesh to become faster, that's metal. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
I gotta give this guy A tier. That's super cool. I'll also be a little forgiving with all of the technology motifs, just because this is a past and future type game. And they did a good job with that. Now,
yeah.
Echo the Dolphin. I think we can just go ahead and...
No, you don't understand.
Okay. Enlighten me.
Not only is it a Superman reference, he is so overpowered, he is almost certainly going to get banned from the highest tier level of play.
Okay, so you're telling me move it down to not Pokemon tier.
I mean, he's a legendary strength Pokemon that only gets his strength after being returned to the Pokeball and coming back out. And he has a move that sends him back to the Pokeball. And there is a strategy where he basically becomes unkillable.
I think he
kills everything too quickly.
I think he looks cool, but going back to my minimum requirements, I don't think it looks like a Pokemon.
That's fair.
Now, Olivet Discourse...
Olivet Discourse?
Yeah, we're going with that. This man reminds me of... It wouldn't be... No, it's not Hoppip. What's the one from Generation 4 or 5?
Not Sundew.
You know which one I'm talking about. There's just a flower
I do,
going on.
yes.
It's just
Badoo.
that. It's just
Badoo.
that. Badoo. It is. It's just a Badoo.
It is. It's an olive.
I like it. I like the olive. I like the olive. And I like its evolution. Like, this gives me Ralts to Kirlia vibes, honestly.
Okay.
Its final evolution. I want to give them a lot of credit for this. I like it. I like it. But I've seen the render of this, and those Kalamata olives, or whatever that are hanging, look like they're just stuck on there.
Yeah.
If this thing were rendered better, I would give it A tier easy, like maybe even S tier. It looks really good, but I'm upset that they didn't render this thing well, so I'm deducting points.
That's fair.
I don't know what this penguin-looking egg thing is. Honestly,
it's a plant.
It's you know what it is? It's the little egg creature from Paper Mario 64. That's what this thing is. You know who I'm talking about, right?
I don't, but I believe you.
Hold on. This guy. Junior Troopa.
Ah, yes, he does look like Junior Troopa.
Okay, so he's just Junior Troopa. I can put him here. This next guy.
His evolution, yes. He is
Very
bell
cool
peppers.
looking. Very cool looking. I've got to give this one A tier Plants vs. Zombies character. Solid.
That's what you meant.
I'm a big fan of how that looks.
Right, this one's a light bulb tadpole.
That's Pokemon. A tier.
And its evolution, fun fact, those eyes aren't its eyes. The little dots in the center are its eyes. The eyes are just there to store electricity.
I actually like it a lot more now.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Dakamara or whatever, the red looking thing.
Yeah,
You know which one I'm talking about, right?
I do.
He looks a little bit like that. But he's
Yeah, a
cool.
little.
I like him. I would have given him B.5 until you told me that wasn't his face. I like that detail. That's a good detail.
Yeah. Well, it's just a vacuum.
A vacuum? It looks like Roggenrola. Or
It does in this image, yeah.
it almost reminds me of Colossal, or in its evolution line from the last game.
Yeah, a little bit.
It gives me Gen 4-ish vibes. Like, I am a blatant Gen 3er when it comes to Pokemon designs, and I think that Gen 3 is peak Pokemon, but I'll give them credit. This is a Gen 4 to Gen 5-ish area, and I am past the point of being able to complain about Gen 4 and Gen 5, so I will be nice, and I will give them A tier for these designs, because they do look cool.
Mm-hmm.
What's with the robot snake?
That is an orthworm. And that
orthworm.
metal
Uh-huh.
orthworm, O-R-T-H, worm. And that metal bit below its neck, it has 6 arms that pop out, and they look ridiculous.
That sounds horrifying.
It is.
It's
So do with that what you will.
it's okay, but I don't like the Pokemon designs that are just like a machine. There's so many of those.
It's not a machine. It's only the metal part around its neck is actually metal. The rest of it's just a weird looking creature.
I don't like the. It looks like it's made of metal. Is the thing? The whole thing. It looks like it has
Okay.
segments.
Yeah.
Here, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's okay.
Okay.
It could be worse. Now, the stupid Mouseketeers. We talked about this a little bit before.
Yes.
These, you can't even, like, pull a Magnemite with me here. This...
No, but you can, it's more like, I mean, that's the base form, so.
They're just two mice standing next to each other.
They are in love, and you need to respect that.
No! No, I refuse. They're just two mice. They're two regular-looking cartoon mice.
Yeah, and
That's
they
not a
split their food-
Pokemon.
They split their food exactly in half every time, David.
They have to eat individually?
Yes, they are individual creatures.
That's not a Pokemon. It's two mice. Two mice.
Yes, it is.
And then you have just the third mouse that just pops up.
Yeah, Mouthhold is awesome because not only is there a 3 mice form and a 4 mice form, not only is it the only Pokemon that can evolve without an evolution scene, not only is it a Pokemon that's just really cool because it's mice, but it has a 10-hit attack.
How?
It attacks up to 10 times with one attack, with a base power of 20, so it's debatably the strongest move in the game.
Just better Fury swipes.
Yes.
This isn't a Pokemon. This is not a Pokemon.
It is a Pokemon.
This is a cartoon mouse.
It is multiple Pokemon.
Look, I get the argument that, oh, you know, Doug Trio is just 3 Diglets stuck together. Sure, I will even give you that, but at least a Diglett, they tried to make something that wasn't an animal. That's just a mouse.
Alright.
Next one's cool. We're just gonna give it to him. Then this is cool. I like it.
Okay.
This one, big fan of Scarlet and Violet Tyranitar. Really good looking.
Yeah. Yep.
But it is just a Tyranitar.
That's just sushi. Literally just sushi. It's even got a name that's basically just sushi.
Okay, back to Echo the Dolphin.
No, that's Cyclizar.
I meant
it is
the sushi man, but...
Oh, I see. I misunderstood.
Cyclizar is cool. That's a Pokemon.
Cyclizar is the modern form of the 2 bicycle legendaries.
Right. I think he looks cool. I'm gonna go ahead and just put the bicycle legendaries up there. These are good legendary designs. They're a little busy, but who cares? I like it.
Yeah.
This looks fine. It's like Fire Pikachu.
Fighting type Pikachu.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
fighting type.
A fighting type. He looks like Fire type. No, I'm gonna give this S tier. This is a good looking evolution line.
Mm-hmm. And you can only get the 3rd evolution by having it walk around in the world a lot, because it's this game's form of like the love meter.
Ah, yeah. Friendship.
So, yeah, no, not friendship, but like how when you would like pet Pokemon and you'd get Sylveon instead of Umbreon or Espeon.
I thought that was friendship.
It's that distinction.
Oh, no. Sylveon is something else. You're right.
Yeah, it's love.
Huh.
All
right. Pidgey. I like it.
Electric Pidgey.
And this looks like... what was the evolved form of Tailo again? Swellow, yeah. It looks like Swellow. Tell me this isn't the evolution of those two.
No, this is unrelated. It is a carrion stork, as if like the kind that brings babies to people.
Oh.
That little flap that's in front of it, it holds in its mouth like a cradle, and then it lets go to use some attacks, and then it picks it back up again.
Meh. Alright. Toucan Man.
Yeah, Squawkabilly is a like greaser bird, and it comes in 4 colors.
I like the color variety. I'll give it B for that. B for effort. There's no debate. This is just a flamingo. Its name is straight up like Flamingo. I hate it.
Yeah, it is.
You see, okay.
I love it.
Game Freak, I appreciate you listening specifically to my video last game cycle, and you listened to me saying I would rather have more Pokemon that have some sort of like animal-based characteristics or that are inspired by the... Make them Pokemon. Don't just put an animal in the Pokemon world.
Cloth is pretty cool. Its eyes can see from any direction.
You can eat them too.
No, it's made of rocks.
Next one.
With salt.
He's
the
okay.
next one is Salt.
He's okay. I like Salt. I think that's probably a mid-tier ore for the Minecraft tier list.
That's fair enough. It's called Nauk. or knackle. I don't remember which. It's just the scientific name for salt.
Are you
And then
kidding
it
me?
becomes a...
It's just
No, I'm
Knackle?
not kidding. It's just knackle. And then its evolution is like Colossinackle, the pyramid one.
Yeah. I'm
I don't know what this next one is actually. It's almost like a flower or a crystal or something, but it's hard to describe.
You know, I might get flack for this one. I think it looks decent.
The evolution though is like a fish, sort of fish flower. It's the blue things come apart and are tentacles and like push it forward.
I like it. Well, I like how you can see how the original turned into the evolution. With
Yeah.
the growth of those things. I give it credit. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, Pokemon that are more out there, I think, have pretty good... If they can be done well, and they can look really good in the end.
Yes, they can. I don't know what this one is, to be perfectly honest.
Awful.
But its evolution is just Stitch.
The evolution is pretty cool. I'll give that B&5 tier. The bread creature, the yeast.
Fido.
Fido,
Who breathes yeast. Yes,
They
My
really went
favorite.
all in on the food, didn't they?
they did.
B&5. It's okay. Same with its evolution. It's okay. It makes me hungry when I see it. Dog creature.
Our
It's-
creature has an interesting factoid.
Okay.
Its evolution is called Mabostiff, and it's a crime boss, like a mafia boss. It's got the grin of a mafia boss. It's actually really cool.
But for Pokemon, I want to see these things as like how they've adapted to their environments, not just, oh, this human concept, except somehow a Pokemon has it.
I mean, it's adapted to run the underground of the Pokemon world. To take your kneecaps when you don't pay beer money.
Its design doesn't offend me, but I will not remember it.
That's fair.
Now, this, I am between A and S, but I really think this looks cool.
That's just because you're a Texan.
Fair
You live
enough,
in the
man.
desert where those things exist naturally.
Fair enough, but they look cool. Are they ghost type? They've got to be ghost type, right?
I think they're part ghost type, yes. Gimme Ghoul.
You know? People. Is this the evolution of Gimmighoul?
Yeah.
Okay. This one also, controversial opinion. It doesn't look like a Pokemon, it looks like a cartoon.
Pokemon are cartoons.
Touche.
Come on, man.
This one's even worse. That just looks
Yeah,
like a
that one's-
wacky inflatable tube man.
It looks like a really racist stereotype of a cartoon from a long time ago.
I have no idea what you're referencing, but...
I don't either remember what it's called.
Okay. I'm gonna do this middle one, because that looks awesome. It looks like a fake mon, but I'll take it. This
Yeah.
is great. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
What is this?
I don't know. That's what I was working on catching when you proposed this video.
It's okay. I'll give it...
Yeah.
I'll give it B&5. This next one is interesting. It's like a snail.
Mm-hmm. It's tablet. Well, okay. So the lore is that I think that one's the one that was tablets that were given to a king, and I think the one next to it was the sword that was given to the king, and I think the one you just put in B&5 was the beads that were given to a king,
It wouldn't be like
and
a
I don't
bowl?
remember. No, there were 4 items brought to the king of the Paldea region, or Pedalia, however you pronounce it. And they turned out to be Pokemon that turned into ruinous creatures and were sealed away for a long time. And these are 3 of the 4 of them.
Fascinating. Okay. That's cool. I like
Yeah.
that lore. Again, this
Yeah.
looks like a fake mon with the...
Mm-hmm.
But
With
I'll
the
take
teeth.
It. Yeah, I'll take it.
This
Is this a
the 4th
firefish?
of them.
That's all I
I
need to
think
know.
it is. I think it's a firefish.
Okay, if this
I'm
didn't...
not sure.
If those were just like patterns, this would go lower. I like the firefish. It's cool.
Yeah. Ancient Dolphin.
It's fine. I don't have any other opinions. It's fine.
All right.
Jigglypuff.
Tribal Jigglypuff.
I don't like it, but I can recognize that it's objectively fine.
Yeah.
A mongoose.
Yeah, whatever the heck this is.
I think it looks cool. I like it. Yo! Let's go, Mischievous. Did Mischievous not have an evolution already?
No, it had Miss Magius.
Yeah, it had Miss Magius. Where did Miss Magius go?
This is the ancient form of Mischievous.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't have the evolution.
So if you just get the ancient form, you can't evolve it?
None of the ancient or future forms have evolutions.
Huh. Are they as strong as their evolved forms?
Basically stronger, because I think they all count as pseudo-legendaries. Don't quote me on that, though.
Interesting.
This is supposed to be Magneton with iron grit stuck to it as hair and walking on 2 legs.
Oh, I see it. Oh, and the magnets are its legs!
Yeah.
Okay, you might dislike this.
I hate this Pokemon.
I really like that idea. I think... Well, okay, hear me out. Most of the future ones are dumb because they're just robots, but Magnemite has an excuse.
That's a past one.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't win.
Future Delibird.
Okay. Only Delibird gets this treatment because it's a Delibird.
And an II.
Sure, but mainly because it's a Delibird. It goes into S tier because I love Delibird. It's my favorite non-legendary. Nobody else gets this treatment because these are just robots. They look cool. I like them, but they need flesh. Like Makihita, you could have just given him like robo hands. They need to be cyborgs. This guy, he could have had robot like claw things and his face flower looking thing.
Yeah, if they had made the future Pokemon cyborgs instead of androids, it would have been much better. But even then, like, it's supposed to be Pokemon that have evolved into this state. You can't evolve into a state of roboticism.
Yeah,
not naturally.
I can forgive them because Pokemon does a lot of things that just, they're kind of fantastical. So I can believe they're like, future, we've incorporated machinery somehow. Even though Pokemon, like, if you think about it, they don't need machines to be stronger or better. Like, they're already biologically superior to machines. But
or are machines biologically, like Magnemite.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, they just I don't think they handled the future Pokemon very well.
No. Like Volcanara, you could have made the wings, only the wings, be robotic, and the rest of it just be normal.
Yeah.
Tyranitar, they could have made it, given it like robotic armor, and they could have still had this cool looking charge look, like, I don't know, like battery liquid or something. That would have been cool.
Salamence.
Oh, that's
ancient.
Salamence?
That's ancient Salamence.
It has feathers?
Yes. It looks like Mega Salamence with feathers, yes.
That's cool. I don't think it needed feathers, but whatever. I'll give it A tier. That's cool. I like it. Last one. This is Gallade, right? It's not Gardevoir?
That's Android Gallade, yes.
Okay. Again, they could have made like...
it theoretically could be both, but it's mostly Gallade.
Okay. It could have been they could have made the dress robotic. Man.
Yeah.
Alright, that's the Gen 9 tier list. They certainly did better than Gen 8, but we still have a bunch of these things that just look awful. So we've deducted some points for that. Again, the Minecraft things just make me sad. We've got the Plants vs. Zombies character. We have the cartoon mice and the Mega Man NetNavis. So other than that, I gotta give them credit. The olive things are cool. I like the olives. I like all of the changes to existing Pokemon, and I really like the
Tumbleweed?
Yeah, the tumbleweed. That's what those things are called. So, you know, they did better. I love the hammer thing. That's amazing. It's probably my favorite Pokemon in this generation, at least one of them. So, I'll give them credit. They're doing better, but they have a long ways to go. Would y'all like to leave us off with anything?
How do you end your videos again?
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!